Hey everyone. A handful of viewers have posted comments asking what my workflow is like with the Polyend Tracker. So I wanted to create a video to kind of show how I make a track. And instead of just doing a quick rundown of the concepts, I've decided to move forward with a tutorial series that covers how to make an ambient jungle style song on the Polyend Tracker from start to finish. The tutorial series will be a number of videos, and it's going to cover drums and breaks, bass, the soundscape, and samples. And by soundscape, I kind of mean really just the melodic parts of the song, arrangement, and then finally recording and kind of doing some light mastering on the song in Ableton. And I don't own a ton of hardware really at all. But I am also planning on going over how I use the Polyend Tracker to make ambient jungle and kind of atmospheric drum and bass using the two other hardware samplers that I really enjoy and love using, the EMU E5000 Ultra and the Akai S3000 XL. And I'll probably use that along with the Access Virus TI. And that will be a separate series. I'm also a huge fan of software samplers and VSTs. I don't have a ton of them, but and I've also been completely spoiled by Ableton's sampler and simpler, like many of us. I still really enjoy using EMU's Emulator X3 software, which is actually quite old at this point, and Tal Sampler, which is a bit newer. And even though they are software and digital, they still bring an interesting workflow and sound to your computer and tracks. So I am planning on doing tutorials for those too, for anyone that may be interested, and that will also be using the Polyend Tracker. So basically, I'm going to be using the Polyend Tracker with a bunch of different types of software and hardware. And I know a lot of people are asking, why use a hardware tracker when you can just use Ableton or Renoise to sequence everything? And really, it all boils down to the fact that the Polyend Tracker is really just incredibly fun to use. I love Ableton and Renoise, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy using the tracker more. The Polyend Tracker and other samplers to me are instruments just like the piano or guitar. And really the only way to get better at an instrument is to practice and just use it anytime you can. And so that's what I've been doing. I use it with software, I use it with hardware, I just keep on using it. And while I'm doing this on the Polyend Tracker, you can pretty much follow along in any DAW like Renoise or Ableton. And you can even follow along on other hardware samplers and sequencers like an MPC, Octatrack, or like a 1010 black box. So let's go ahead and get to it. So the first thing I do when coming up with any kind of song idea is sequence a bunch of breaks. And as you can see here on the screen of the tracker, we have the Amen break. I will be sharing this project and posting it on Dropbox so you guys can follow along. And the way this tutorial is going to work is we're going to start with the Amen break, and any samples that I add to it, I will share as just WAV files. So once you get to those portions of the tutorial, you can import the WAV files into the project that you are working on. But by all means, if you want to use your own break or something else, the concepts will pretty much apply with anything. So feel free to kind of use whatever you want. And, there's no right or wrong way to write a song. So after I slice up a break, I'm going to go ahead and put the original break on pattern 48, the last pattern on the tracker, just so I have it as a reference. And then what I'll do is I'm going to go over to pattern 1, and on the first pattern I'm going to kind of make the break that I want to use kind of throughout my track. And even though I'm going to use it the most throughout the track, I will still, during the arrangement phase, kind of create variations and small little edits here and there to create some variety. But let's go ahead and just put one together here really quick. And I'll start with a crash. And what I like to do is, if you look at the sample playback here, we can see that there are larger slices of this break and then the smaller slices. And I just basically treat those, the larger ones as 1/8 notes and the smaller ones as 16th notes. And so what I'll do is on this first pattern here, I'm going to go ahead and put a larger slice, an 1/8 note slice, on the beginning of each bar. So we have a crash and then 2 kicks. And we'll go into a snare, and then another kick maybe. Okay, we'll put like another snare here. And then we'll do another kick here, or I'm sorry, another snare. And then do another snare. Okay. And then we'll do a kick. So the next step is we want to just kind of fill in this pattern with the smaller slices or 16th notes. And so what you want to do is when you do that, you want to make sure you kind of let these 8th note hits resolve before you add a 16th note step. And this is kind of just what I do. Again, there aren't any really rules to this, but this is a good place to start if you've never done this before. So we'll go ahead and kind of fill this in here. Let's do do that. And then let's see, how about okay, we'll do an A sharp 3 and a B3 there. And then let's see. Let's put a kick there. So we have 2 kicks. Okay, I like that. And then we have a snare here, so let's go ahead and put another little, well, yeah, it's not bad. Let's try this. Okay. Let's put a snare here. Okay, I like that. And then we'll just put another, I think another kick down here, and maybe another snare right here actually. Let's try a snare. Okay, I like that. So we'll keep that as pattern 1. Yeah, but again, you know, these patterns, as we kind of go through the arrangement of the track, will create small little edits and variations to kind of make it a little bit more interesting. But let's move on to pattern 2. So for pattern number 2, we're going to be doing something similar to pattern 1. We'll mix it up obviously, but this will be kind of a main element of our track. And so, you know, we want to make sure it sounds like something that you wouldn't use for maybe an intro or a breakdown or something like that. And just so everybody is aware of how I kind of do things with my workflow, when I use a beat slice, method to kind of lay down a sequence, I pretty much use these larger 8th note slices first to kind of set up a scaffolding, and I kind of go from there. So that's what we're going to do. That's pretty much how I do all this stuff. Let's start with a snare on this one. And we'll put another snare down here. And we'll do a kick here. Okay, and then we'll do another snare here. I like that. We'll do a kick down here. Maybe another kick. Another one, and we'll do maybe 2 snares. Okay, so yeah, so I've got my scaffold that I want to kind of fill in to create a full usable break. But you can kind of just listen to what we have here, and you can get an idea for the rhythm. So if this sounds, you know, kind of musical to you, then you can build on top of it and you know, flesh it out a little bit more. So that's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and maybe we'll put, let's see. Maybe what we'll do here is we'll actually maybe use a snare roll. So we'll put I don't like that. Let's try with 2. Okay, I like that. What does it sound like when I double it up here? Sounds the same. So we'll leave it like that. Okay, I like that. And let's see here. How about we put a little, maybe we'll put a little shuffle in there. Okay, I like that. And then let's see. Maybe we'll take these first two steps of this shuffle and put it here. Okay, I like that. And I'll take these last two steps here, put them here. Okay, that's working for me. So let's see here. What about, this is, by the way, if you hit shift play, you'll play from that point in wherever your marker's at. It's kind of a nice little, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are aware of that, but in case you weren't, it's a pretty nice feature. Let's see this one. How about we put, okay, I like that. So we'll go ahead and keep this as pattern 2. Make sure you save as much as you can. So maybe for break number 3, we'll do something we can use during an intro or a breakdown. So we'll start this with a crash. Okay, so we'll start with a crash, and then we'll go right into a snare. And then a kick. Okay, great. We'll do another snare here. Maybe a kick, let's see. Let's try snare. Okay, I like that. And so we have our snare there. Let's try, we'll do a little shuffle here. And we'll have this lead into another snare. And then I actually kind of really enjoyed that little shuffle we used in that last one, so I'm going to use that again. Let's see. Okay, I like that. And then we'll use that roll. I quite enjoyed that roll. And that was it. Okay, let's try this. And then we'll have this lead into a snare. Okay, I like that. We'll actually have another snare maybe over here, and then a kick and a kick. I'm just going to fill this in here. Let's do... Great. Okay, I think that sounds pretty cool, so we'll go ahead and leave that, and we'll move on to pattern 4. So for pattern number 4, what we'll do is we'll do something similar to the last pattern. We'll mix it up a little bit. So let's go ahead and start this one with a snare, and then we'll go into maybe a kick. I'll put a little, let's just put a little shuffle in here really quick. And we'll put a little kick in here too. Okay, I like that. Okay, so we'll do that. And then, maybe let's see, how about we'll do... Well, how about we put that there, and we'll put a snare over here. Okay, I like that. Yeah, okay. So we'll do that, and then, let's see here, we'll do a couple of little smaller slices there. And we'll put another snare hit there. And I actually quite enjoyed that, again, that little shuffle. So we'll put that shuffle we've been using here as well. I like that. And then we'll put a snare there. Okay. And we'll copy these first 2 hits here and put them there. Okay, I like that. And then we'll put a snare here. And then
working for me. We'll take these two again and actually paste them here. And we'll put another snare. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. No, put another one there, and okay, I quite like that, and we'll go ahead and keep that one for pattern number 4. So for pattern number 5, we'll do something similar that we did for pattern number 4. Let's see what we got here. Let's go ahead and start this one with a crash again, and we'll move into a kick. Okay, and then we'll move into a snare, maybe right here, and then maybe another kick. Okay, I like that. Let's fill these in. Let's see. Okay, that's not bad. Let's see here. Okay, I like that. And what we'll do here is we'll use that little shuffle that we've been using here. Let's see. We'll have that go into a snare as well. And we'll have, let's see, we'll double up a snare here. Okay, I like that. Yep, okay. Let's see, we'll do... And then we'll pull that. Kick there. Okay, I like that. Let's see. Great. So that'll be our pattern number 5, and we'll move on to pattern number 6. So for pattern number 6, we'll do something a little bit different here. But let's go ahead and let's see what we got here. Let's it's only gonna, it's probably only gonna be 16 steps. We'll keep it at 32 just to make everything equal for now, and we'll change it around during our arrangement. But let's go ahead and try this out here. Let's do a snare. And we'll make this one a little bit more free form, maybe. Let's see. Okay, and then maybe we'll do a roll here again. That's only gonna last. Let's see. I will maybe. Put a kick there. We'll put a snare here. And we'll maybe put, let's see, we'll shuffle there, and then another snare. So we'll keep that as pattern number 6, but again, when we get to the arrangement phase, a lot of this stuff is going to change, and what we would do is, if we use this pattern 3 or 4 times in our track, we'll make little edits here and there, so it creates a lot of variation. And that's one of the great things about the Polyend Tracker. You can, it's so easy to make these small little edits that or even you can use a chance effect or random or whatever, and you can create, so many different variations of a pattern, and it's fantastic, and it really, it does wonders for the people listening to the music. It keeps their interest. So, yeah. Anyways, this is pattern 6. I think that's all we're gonna do for now. I would probably maybe build a few more patterns, kind of like what we've been building here, and just kind of go to town and see what you can come up with, and just keep them on your tracker. So when we get to the arrangement phase, you can kind of tap into those patterns, and use your own. But if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them on the YouTube channel, and I'll respond to as many as possible. Anyways, I hope you guys found this entertaining and useful in any way, and feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Thanks a lot.